Hello everyone. Jatin Soni, myself Jatin Soni. I have completed my BE in 2012 from RSR RCET, and after completion of my BE from RSR, I joined IBM. Working around 3 years in IBM, I moved to Ericsson Global. Uh, there I worked 1 year and then again moved to MDocs. So MDocs is totally a product-based company, and there also I worked around 3 years. And now I am working in a Mastercards. So from Mastercard, I'm working from last 9 months. So this is what my, I will say, journey after B. So this talk is basically how to prepare yourself to get into a good organization, or we can say the top MNCs. Okay. And one more thing, if you have any question, you can ping me on chat, and you can stop me at any time. Just ping me in chat. Okay, I'm just pinging hi to everyone in chat, so you can stop me. Okay, so I just want to know from which semester the maximum crowd belongs, basically.
Fourth and sixth semester, Jatin.
Okay, okay. So Ankita is passed out. Okay, okay, okay. So okay. So first of all, I will like to say everyone that the first thing is mindset. You should be clear about clear everything in your mind. The mindset is required. Mindset, if you consider what can be done after B, so that I personally feel that there are four sectors. The first sector is a private sector or a corporate sector. The second sector is a government sector. If you want to be in government sector, you want to fight PSC, you want to fight IAS or IES. The third sector is if you want to go for post graduation program, if you want to do MBA or MTech. And then the fourth sector is if you want to do business. uh, this four sector, personally I feel that every student should categorize themselves among these four sectors. The business included, because most of our alumni have also done business. uh, you can see RSR alumni are also done startups. So startups is a new culture now. You can also think about startups. And then there is a post graduation. If you want post graduation, then there should be a mindset of doing post graduation, whether you want to go for MTech or whether you want to go for MBA. Again, the post graduation has been categorized into two fields. So you should be clear with your mind that you want to go for MTech or you want to go for MBA. And then government sector, then your mind should be clear that you want to go in a government sector, whether it is a PSC, IES, IES, or whether you want to just go for SSCs. So you should be clear. And then we are joined here to discuss about corporate sector, as most of the people from computer science, IT, and other branches also dream to go uh, to well-known organizations. So basically, how to prepare to how to prepare yourself that it make easy to land to good organization. So basically, I will suggest everyone, see what organization or what corporate looks. Basically, corporate looks, from a fresher we expect basically aptitude. Everyone knows that aptitude is very important, and the first thing the corporate expect is aptitude. So you should well prepare for aptitude. Okay, so you should prepare. First of all, you should prepare for aptitude. And then the second thing, what corporate looks it for attitude. So attitude, it can be considered as your soft skills. So you should be well prepared for your soft skills. And soft skills also includes making of your CVs as well. Okay, so then the third thing is skills. So you should be clear about your skills, that what skills you want and where you want to land yourself. So as far as skills is considered, I will again categorize your skills into subcategories. So first of all, I'll say the technical skills. Let me first come to technical skills. Okay. So let me first come to technical skills. So technical skills is, first of all, I will start the technical skills from operating system. Fresher or the student who are pursuing BE, he or she should be first of all know about the operating system. Operating system, Windows operating system. We are day to day we are working on Windows operating system, but I will suggest to learn Unix operating system as well, because once you go in a corporate, then apart from Windows, Unix operating system is high demanding. If you know the basics of Unix, then it will be very easy for you to crack the interview, or it is very easy for you to be adjust in a corporate, because in corporate we basically use Unix operating system only, Unix, Linux. So I will suggest everyone to at least learn Unix operating system, the basic commands of Unix, and small scripts of Unix, and the basic of operating system. See, the basic of operating system might be common in both Windows and Unix operating system. So basically, operating system you have to learn. Windows, day to day you work on Windows, so you do not have to do that much on Windows. But Unix, of course, in Unix you have to learn many things, and at least the basic commands of Unix and the basics of Unix. Then apart from operating system, I will come in language. See, language. The language. Yeah. Anyone ask? Anyone is? Anyone ask? Anyone wants to ask something?
Please mute your audio and video, please.
Okay. Okay. So let's continue. The second thing which I want to discuss is a language. So you should at least have one language in your CV, whether it is C, C++, or a Java. At least one object oriented language. I will suggest for object oriented language, or you can go with the C as well. But I will suggest the object oriented language, C++ or Java you can have. And I will suggest to have Java in your CV. Not that much, not advanced Java, not microservices, but at least you should have core Java in your CV. At least the object oriented part should be very clear. And okay, someone is asking, tell us about our chance to get a job in this pandemic. Sure, we will come into that. We'll come that how to grab a job. I will surely come. Okay. So okay. So I was discussing about object oriented language. So at least I will suggest that go for Java, because most of the organization prefer Java. And okay, so uh, basically the core Java part, object oriented programming part, you should be clear about the object oriented part. Then the third skill I would like to discuss is about database. So one, we have discussed about operating system, the second we have discussed about the languages, and the third part is operating system. Third part is a database, sorry. Operating system, languages, and then database part. So at least in a database you should learn about Oracle or MySQL. Uh, at least you should have knowledge of basic queries, the select statement or the update statement, DDL, DML, TCL. So at least the basic of database we call as the RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So you in your CV, this three things should be there. One is operating system, which I have discussed, Windows and Unix. The second is one of the language, that is C++ or Java. I will prefer object oriented programming, so I will prefer Java. And third one is database. You can go for MySQL or you can go for Oracle. Okay. And then the fourth thing is most important nowadays, because nowadays industries are quite working in I will say new technologies. Okay. So everyone might aware of software development life cycle. So software development life cycle is very important. So I think there is a subject also in BE, software development life cycle, waterfall model or prototype model, and different types of model. But nowadays industries are considering agile and DevOps model. So I it is a suggestion that you just go and learn what is agile and what is DevOps. At least you should know what is difference between waterfall and agile, what is different between waterfall and DevOps model. So software development life cycle is fourth one. So you should at least know what is agile and what is DevOps. At least you should aware of the differences, why currently organization are using DevOps, or why currently organization are using agile. It will give you very I will say it will give you advantage of knowing agility and DevOps. It will give very advantage. And and the fifth one is the latest technologies. See, right now organization are preferring the people who know Python, people who knows R, and people who knows cloud computing, people who knows artificial intelligence, AI, ML, machine learning as well. So this latest technology this latest technology will very easily help you to lend to a good organization. But from fresher perspective, perspective, we only look for basics. People should aware of what is cloud computing, or what is basically what is AI, ML. So we only look a very basic part in at fresher level. So these are the five very key important points which should be there on your CV. First part is operating system. I suggested Windows and Unix as operating system. The second part is language. I will suggest the object oriented language, that is C++ or Java you can have. My suggestion is database part. The database part you can have any MySQL or Oracle database. And the fourth one is software development life cycle. You can have waterfall model as well, but if you are learning agile and DevOps, it will give you extra advantage that at least you are aware of DevOps model or agile model. And fifth one, fifth one is the latest technology. If you have basic understanding of Python, if you have basic understanding of cloud computing, if you have basic understanding of AI, ML, that will be a extra advantage. That will be an extra advantage for a candidate who are seeking job at fresher level. So these are the five points I wanted to highlight. And apart from that, I in starting I have highlighted the aptitude and attitude. So aptitude, you have to prepare for aptitude. Ap- yeah, anyone? I think anyone is asking some question, I guess, or we can move ahead.
Continue, dear, continue. I think so. Mic
Yeah.
is on.
Okay. Okay. So So basically, I was discussing about aptitude and attitude. So aptitude is very important at this fresher level. So you should prepare well for aptitude, because this is the very first level of screening in any of the organization. So prepare well for aptitude. It is maths up to 10th level and logical reasoning. So prepare well for aptitude as well. Okay. Okay. So okay. There are multiple things. I think I don't know whether in RSR nowadays campus is going or not. But I will suggest, if someone wants to be in a corporate, or someone wants to be in a good organization, then there are lots of channel apart from campus. So uh, so apart from on campus, there are lots of channel, like there are open campuses. So open campuses in metro cities like Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, and nowadays in Ahmedabad and Bhubaneswar are very common. You just come to these cities, and you will find lots of lots of open campuses in these cities very easily. And the things which I have highlighted, these five things, this five thing is a key for open campuses also, because I am the candidate from open campus. So you should be well prepared for open campus. In open campus, you will face the huge crowd, but I will say it is very easy. It is very easy to get in, because in crowd you can easily get separated if you have skills. Okay. Then apart from open campuses, there is a walk-in drives. There are the lots of walk-in drives. Lots of organization have walk-in drives. And then apart from walk-in drive, I will suggest for e-litmus. So after this call, you can go and search what is e-litmus. So e-litmus is a platform which provides the scorecard, and that particular organization, I will say that Intel, Microsoft, Google are the companies which accept the e-litmus scorecard. So basically, you can test potential hiring. So you can go and have that potential hiring test, and score a good percentile in that, and that it will be very easy for you to get into the good